Alright, welcome my Patreon members. We are doing something um fairly new this evening. We are live streaming from both here and another platform. But you'll see what's going on in a second. 1 second. Alright. And know that we will have a edited version as well. So I will be posting that as well. But you guys kind of get to see how everything enjoy the ride. Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and you, you definitely have tuned into Ambitiously the podcast. Yeah, we're doing some things. Tonight is a different night, and you'll understand as we go along. I've been talking about this for about a week and a half now. Been trying to let y'all know, but first things first, let me let you know about this. Today is Media Monday. Today is the day we come and cop a squat and have a conversation about, the latest of what's going on out here in these crazy streets. Again, I'm doing things a little bit differently this evening. The show, as far as the um, free aspect of it, I'll only be here for probably like 30 minutes. And then if you would like, what I would recommend that you do is go over to Patreon because that's where the rest of the show is going down at. So that's how we're doing things right about now. So we are streaming live from where we're streaming from right now, and we also have a live stream going on in Patreon, and I will continue the rest of my, shenanigans there this evening. But I'll let you know when it's time. Oh, trust and believe. I will let you know when it's time. Anyway, so first things first, we do have to do a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. What they're offering might just have you in the mood to get naked. Flex offers $100 off a six-pack of wine for $39.99, including shipping. Again, the offer is $100 off of a six-pack of wine for $39.99 with shipping included. These are not small bottles of wine. These are your normal size bottles of wine, and you're guaranteed to fill your wine cellar or have a really good time. Get it now, y'all. Get it. Alright, y'all. Also, the phone line is open, 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. You can call in. You will be patched through live on the show, on air. You can text. I'll read your text. You can drop a comment. Of course, that'll be on the screen as we move along. Or you can actually drop the link, and as long as you're on your best behavior, you can be a part of this program as well. So we got some things to talk about. Um, but before we talk about those things, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We are on all streaming platforms and also on all social media platforms as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah, a lot going on. I'm gonna start with the good gag. I like to start with a nice, wholesome situation before I go crazy. I want it to be a little bit wholesome. So let's talk about Miss Riri, Miss Rihanna. I love this chick. She is pretty dope chick. But now I really, really think I have fallen for her charms because listen to this. We finally now know her son's name, which is you've been living under a rock, has been all the rave lately. But her son's name is RZA. RZA Athelston Mayer. Oh, Mayer. I think Mayer. Um, So Rihanna's baby boy ain't nothing to mess with because she and ASAP Rocky named their first child after a famous member of the Wu-Tang Clan. The child's full name is RZA Alphonson Mayers, um, according to the Daily Mail after obtaining the child's birth certificate. It's some nosy people out here. I'm trying to tell you, I'm one of them. With the name like RZA, it's pretty safe to assume the kid's musician parents named him after the rapper and producer the RZA, who just so happens to be the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan. The birth certificate also says that Rihanna's kid was born May the 13th at 10:58 a.m. at Cedar Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, California. Shout out to LA. I got love out there. They show me mad love out there in LA. Looking back, it seems Rihanna telegraphed the baby's name back in April when she and ASAP took their baby boy out to dinner at at a Santa Monica restaurant with Riri wearing the Wu-Tang top. Um, ASAP got a musical connection of um, to some of RZA's, bandmates who he collabed with the Wu-Tang's Raekwon back in 2015. Um, so things are happening. Rihanna is currently pregnant with her next baby, first revealing her pregnancy back in February at the Super Bowl halftime show. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of members of the Wu-Tang Clan. First of all, do we know what they're having yet? No, we don't know. So, I don't know. Would they name the next baby after another member of the Wu-Tang Clan? I'm interested to know. Um, but speaking of ASAP and Rihanna, Rihanna says she is in no rush to marry her boyfriend, ASAP Rocky. Um, so Rihanna knows it would take a lot, to, protect her $1.4 billion fortune if she ever decides to walk down the aisle because of this. Rihanna has a bun in the oven and is purportedly in no rush to get married to her boyfriend. Um, I can I can understand that. You know what I mean? Like I really could, you know, kind of understand where she's coming from. I don't understand the baby. I could understand where she's coming from. She has a lot on the line. So at the end of the day, like I mean, she's a billionaire. So at the end of the day, like, do I blame her for? I mean, everything has to be in order. There should be some kind of um, representation in play. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just say it. There should be a prenup for sure. And that's that. I don't know. It should be a prenup. I mean, she's a very rich, rich woman, so I feel like there should be a prenup involved. And but again, ASAP, baby, you got one job. I've been telling you this for years now. All you gotta do, baby boy, is do your job. That's it. Nothing else. Don't try to make no extra moves. You feel me? None of that craziness. Just do your job. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Um, and it's that simple. Keep her happy. I guess if she want to be pregnant, keep her pregnant. But do your job, bro. Do your job. Alright, so let's get into some other things this evening. We are limited with time of things that I can say right now to y'all before this 30 minutes is up. Because after this 30 minutes is up, then it's all going to Patreon. You feel me? And it's what it is. But let's get into, nah, gotta save that for later. I'll save that for later as well. Let's get into this real quick. I like, again, wholesome, good, heartfelt information. You feel me? I'm one of those kind of girls at the end of the day. So let's talk about it. So, and I'm going to also say some things that coincide with this. But E40 gets honorary doctorate degree from GSU, his alma mater. The legendary rapper was awarded a degree on Friday during the Grambling State University commencement ceremony in Louisiana. He made sure to drop some words of wisdom and encouragement to the graduating class before he left the stage. And it appeared to be a super special moment for 40, who's proudly continued to support the university. Hold on to that note. Hold on. Um, once once he called home. Um, as reported earlier this year, he donated 100K to the HBCU's music department to help install a recording studio so students could follow their dreams as he did. GSU surprised him by naming it the Earl E40 Season Sound Recording Studio, which is dope. Those who know, 40 was a Grambling Tiger in 1996. Before he became a hip hop mogul, we know him as today. That's just that. Um, yeah, so I like a good wholesome story. You know, it melts my little heart when people are, talking about the good, kind-hearted things that they should talk about. So yeah, I like that. That's dope. Big shout out to E40 for doing his thing and making sure that he continues to show love and do the things that he came to do. I like that a lot. So big shout out to him. And congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Yes. People take that honorary doctorate thing lightly, but it means a lot, to a lot of people. So let's get to this next thing. Because I'm trying to squeeze in everything that I can squeeze in, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all out around here. Wyclef peeked his little head out of the blue, you know. He came through. He had some things that he had to do real quick. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. But he didn't do it just to do it. He did it in solidarity. And so we're going to talk about it. So, Wyclef performing at Brittany Griner's first home game since, she was released from Russia. Um, it's a lot, it was. I know that was a lot, and now she's trying to get back to what would be a normal life for her. You feel me? So I think that's very important to what's going on right now. So let's talk about it. So Brittany is just days away from returning. Well, she's about to return to the WNBA court, and anticipation is at an all-time high for Mercury fans. I can't even get that out. I got tongue tied. But the pot is about to be a little bit sweeter. Three-time Grammy winner Wyclef Jean will be performing a special halftime show in honor of Britney's homecoming. Um, so it's been learned that Phoenix Mercury has have teamed up with the Sum, a new music platform from let's see, from Anagram Studios to bring in John to perform during their May 21st game against the Chicago Sky at the Footprint Center to celebrate Britney's return on what will be her first home game since, the whole Russia situation. Now, it's been said again. It's been said. I'm not saying that I said it. I'm just saying it's been said. Um, One of the songs that Wyclef will be singing is Bob Marley's iconic hit "One Love," where John will be joined by 200 fans who will be selected to perform live with the 53-year-old musician. Whoa, we put on all the stuff. He will also put on a post-game concert as well. Um, so yeah, Wyclef is trying to pull out all the stops, honey, for this situation. Now, we all know the story of Brittany and what she went through. She was in a Russian prison. Shout out to Russia. Sorry, but I have to speak the truth. That's just what it is over here. I just speak the truth, and you just either you like it or you don't like it, but I speak the truth. So anyway, Brittany was in prison for 9 months over in um, Russia, and hold on, I'm trying to do something real quick so y'all can bear with me. I'm over in Russia, and then I'm on the wrong keyboard. I got too many. I have way too many keyboards in this house. But anyway, there we go. So yeah, she was over there, in a situation that I'm quite sure she was not happy to be in. And who would want to be in that situation in the first place? But yeah, okay, all right, things is popping out here. Um, so yeah, she's coming back. She's making a comeback. She said it's time for y'all to get to know some things real quick. All right, so I gotta save that for later too. There's so much going on, y'all, but I can't give y'all everything right now. Like I said, you want more of this salacious tea, then you need to be joining my Patreon. Um, so yeah, because there's some things going down. Oh, what I also missed about the Rihanna and ASAP and Little Baby RZA is one. If you know anything about me and this podcast, you know that I love the Wu-Tang Clan. So that alone is everything to me. That's the baby's name. That by itself is just amazing. But the baby just turned 1, and they had a birthday party, and guess what the thing was? The Wu-Tang Clan. Riri showed up dressed as Old Dirty Bastard, and Rocky showed up dressed up as Ghostface Killer. The Killer Bees is on the swarm, so I love it. I love that for them. That was cute. That was real cute. I missed that part, and I just didn't want to, skip over that before we get to the next little portion of the tea. Hold on, y'all, because I got stories that I want to tell now. Oh, yeah, let's get to this real quick. The rest of what I have to say cannot be said on YouTube, and it cannot be said on Facebook. It can only be said where I place the stream at, which is on Patreon. And the reason being is because I need a place where I can just be unfiltered. I have a lot of things to say and get off my back and share and all of that. And before I get out of here, I'm going to show you a little something. But I can't really do that on these platforms. And as much as I love them and I'll still use them and all of that good stuff, I have to unlimit myself. I need to be able to say the things that are on my freaking mind. But let's get to this real quick. I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. So one of the beautiful young ladies, LSU star. Now, I hope I say her name right. Flajay Johnson. She had a little bit of craziness going on lately. We want to talk about it. Um, so she has a song, and in the song, she had a lyric that was in reference to 9/11. You know, the tragic day where all hell broke loose in here in the United States, right? So, um, but anyway, let's get so LSU's women's basketball star, Flajay Johnson is breaking her silence on her 9/11 rap lyric controversy, apologizing for her song and vows to do better moving forward. Johnson was initially hit with backlash earlier this month when she made a reference to the Twin Towers in her remix to Lotto's hit, Put It on the Floor. hmm So, in the tune, Johnson sang, in this 9/11 blowing smoke just like them towers. The bar was a double entendre, and it was a play on riding in a Porsche, um, and the 2001 terrorist attack that took out a lot of people. And I probably should have saved this story for Patreon, but it's cool. Took out a lot of people. It actually took out more than 2,000 people. Just to statistic number, statistics. That's how many it took out. So, many on social media call her out over it, saying it was insensitive, and in an Instagram story video last Thursday night, Johnson finally addressed the issue. I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know by no means would I ever intentionally try to disrespect or offend anyone, said the 19-year-old who has a legitimate budding rap career off the basketball court. So, my whole goal in music is to push positivity and spread love. So, in no way, shape, or form would I ever intentionally try to disrespect anyone or offend anyone. Um, so, LSU previously commented on the song earlier this week, saying Johnson expressed sincere remorse for any possibility of misunderstanding. The school added that the song's music video has since been pulled from the internet, and Johnson, who wasn't born until 2003, insisted she'll learn from this moving forward. She said thank you, she just thanked everybody for their continued support. Here's the thing, y'all, and it's getting close to time. That's going to be the last for, those watching on YouTube, Facebook, or on Twitch. But one thing I will say about that is this. She's a young, she's very young. She wasn't alive for what happened. She wasn't even thought of yet. You feel me? Like, she wasn't thought of yet. So, I understand why perhaps, she would put that in her mind. Like, she wouldn't think that it would affect anybody, but now she sees that it does. A lot of people did lose their lives on that day, and it was a scary, scary, scary day. I mean, scary. One of the scariest days of my life. I wasn't even in the buildings. I was at home, but it was surreal. I'll say that. So yeah, I mean, she'll learn. She'll learn to make better decisions. Now, before I get out of here, let me put this up on the screen real quick. Hold on. Let me put this up on the screen. Now, I'm going to finish what I'm doing on Patreon right now because I am actually, like I said, recording from two different situations. Um, I'm live on, of course, hi Patreon, but I'm live on Patreon right now as we speak. And I cannot really divulge this story the way I want to on these platforms. So follow me. I mean, come support over there on Patreon. You'll find it, you know, nice. You'll find some nice incentives over there. But we're going to talk about this over there. And we're going to talk about this because this person is also, it's another story that goes along. Well, kind of. It's Patreon. Patreon, Patreon, Patreon. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here for those on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I love you guys. Thank you for showing up and always showing love. So, you know what I say to y'all. Now, Patreon system. But y'all know what I say to y'all. Mind your business, except on media Mondays. Um, mind your business. So come here and then I'll tell you everybody else's business or join us on Patreon so I can really tell you the business. Um, love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, all of that good stuff. They need it. NASCAR, best pit boss, NASCAR driver, commentator. They want to work for NASA. Best astronaut, engineer, secretary, freaking janitor, receptionist they could be, but encourage them to be great. Also, same lane. Everybody's lane is not your lane. So stay in your lane. And there is a difference between staying in your lane and jumping into other people's lanes. And at the end of the day, and I'm not going to say this again, Patreon, I'm just saying it to my people who be watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. At the end of the day, everybody's lane is not your lane. And if you jump in my lane, baby, oh yeah, you jump in my lane, you getting high. And you don't want high. You want high. I'm trying to tell you. What I'm saying. She stopped with her nonsense. You want her. She's nice, sweet, and cuddly, and all that good stuff. Yeah, she want her. Or at least her, because if I'm purring, I'm happy. And I plan to purr. So that's that. But just stay in your lane and choose your battles wisely. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And that's what I'm going to say to y'all. Meanwhile, we still got things popping off over here on Patreon and all of my streaming platforms. So y'all sit tight. I'll be back. Want more of Ambitiously the podcast? Then make sure that you subscribe. We are on Patreon, View It, Red Circle, Acast, and Station Head. Let's go. Hold on, I'm still here, but I'm out. I'm gonna say I'm gonna try. Oh, that's not bad. Want more of Ambitiously the podcast? Then make sure that you subscribe. We are on Patreon, View It, Red Circle, Acast, and Station Head. Let's go. Want more of Ambitiously the podcast? All right, I had to get that up off my screen real quick. Kick some people out of the room because they don't belong here. The only way you belong here is if you are a subscriber or a member, and that is that. So I'm going to pull something up on the screen. Now, Patreon, I said I'm going to give you the the real version of this later, but since we're still live, I don't really want to, shut down what we got going on. But I will be reading a thing or two, a thing or two this evening as we get into some things. So, where do I begin? That's the question of the hour. Where do I begin? And I'm thinking I should start with the man of the hour. So let's, because I told y'all I was about to share something with you that is very, very titillating. But see, the person who we are going to speak of in this other situation is also making news for this particular situation, and that is this. He wants to open a casino right smack dab in the middle of Times Square, and implores NYC to bet on him. He said, bet on me. You gotta let him know sometimes, sir. You gotta let him know. So, um, we won't get into this, and I guess I'll show a little bit of what he's talking about here as well. So he's dropping the blueprint for, but it's not a new album. This is for his plan of opening a casino in Times Square, where he is going all the way out to get New Yorkers to jump on board with him. Through Rock Nation, Jay-Z penned an open letter to NYC explaining why he believes his company's partnership with Caesar's Palace, should be awarded a contract to launch a casino in the heartbeat of Times Square. Now, I'm going to show y'all this document because I feel like, it's very, very necessary. And I need y'all to see it. Hold on, let me get this real quick, and then I'm going to put it on the screen as well. So just bear with the girl, okay? Bear with the girl. But those watching live on Patreon right now, you will see all of this. You will see. At least I'll share a clip. Or if I can just upload it straight to Patreon, I think I will. It depends. To my listening audience, you can't see, but I'm going to read. So, um, bear with me. Let's see what we're going to do here. Let's share this screen. I'm going to, no, what we're going to do is we're going to stop sharing that real quick. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Because, see, I want to make sure I got everything, baby. Everything on the screen. So, let's see. We are going to go right here. Okay. So, here is what Sir Carter, um, not the son, but the grown Mr. Carter has to say. I'm going to read this to you so that you can understand what it is that he's trying to say to his fellow New Yorkers. Okay? So, it's Times Square. This is the title of this here press release. Dear New York. Hold on, I'm blind, y'all, so y'all gotta bear with me. Hold on. Let me put that up real quick. Okay, so, dear New York, a gaming license is going to be awarded to New York City. A bill as passed in the state legislature. Confirming it. The question is, which applicant will get the license? Some conflicted parties have attempted to spread misinformation. So we wanted to speak to you, New York City, directly. Um, the winning group must have a track record of turning words into deeds, of putting NYC and its residents first. People of all races, religions, ethnicities, genders, sexual orientation, and socioeconomic statuses. New Yorkers in every corner of every borough, all of us. The winning organization must have a history of campaigning for fair hiring, representation, and reform. Hate, as well as groups that have a history with the oppressing. Hold on, I need to make this bigger, y'all. I'm blind as a bat. So where are we? Oppressing the most vulnerable to have no place in New York. Okay. Oh, tug on them heartstrings, honey. Tug on them heartstrings. Um, hold on. Some things happening here. Okay. Well, at least you could still hear me. I don't know what is going on around here. But at least you could still hear me. Let me put this back on the screen real quick. I don't know what is going on, but it's all good. We're still recording. You still hear me. Everything is all peachy keen and fine. Um, but I wanted to put that back on the screen because I am reading what is going on. And it's messed up because it threw me for a loop just now. That just happened. But it's all good. It's still making forward progress. Let me get back to the nitty gritty. Okay. Everything's popping over here. Everything's good. We good to go. Okay. So, back to what we were saying. So, like I said, that was a tearjerker a little bit. Um, so, okay. So, then it says the winning licensee must always put the well-being of New Yorkers at the top of their agenda and do right by the residents. Um, this is too important of a movement in our city's illustration history. In our city's illustrious history. I'm sorry. The epicenter of entertainment with a palatable energy is outmatched. Rock Nation and our partners are here to ensure Times Square remains connected to all facets of culture. There's no better location for a Caesar's Palace entertainment destination than the crossroads of the world. Now, the letter goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. But you see the Rock Nation emblem at the bottom. It's definitely coming for Rock Nation, and he's definitely making sure that he puts his bid in for what could be a big money maker for New York City. Like a big money maker for New York City. And I get it. Totally get it. I totally get it. I get it. Like, he's a businessman. So I get it, baby. I get it. You can't be out here talking the talk but not walking the walk. So yeah, that's that. So he's trying to put his bid in with NYC. You feel me? And we gotta get to this other news concerning him. And the reason why we have to get to this other news concerning him is this, right? It's this. Because that's not the only news concerning him. There's other news, and we're gonna get to it. Now, I said I was bringing this back, and I am. And we are gonna talk about this in 2 seconds. Let me put it back on the screen, baby. Um, we are gonna get into this little tidbit of news. I don't know if it's a little tidbit though, but it's a tidbit. So we're gonna talk about it. I think for me, hold on, let me get to the screen really quick. I think for me though, this is kind of scary in the sense of this is it's kind of scary because this was kind of the norm back in those times. So let's get into it. So, um, if you have not heard, and I think I've talked about this a couple of times on this show, that you know, Jay-Z might allegedly have some kids out here that we, don't really necessarily know if they are his. But one young man in particular has requested for him to take a DNA test. We're seeing what happens with that, whatever. But he is adamant about it so much that he's gone to court to petition for Jay-Z to take a DNA test. But in that situation, there is this affidavit, David, which we are looking at right now, that seemingly insinuates that Jay-Z was with his mother. And I'm going to read it because it needs to be read. So, this is the affidavit of Wanda Satterwhite, and Sean Carter, Jay-Z's relationship. I, Wanda Satterwhite, write these allegations about my relationship with Sean C. Carter. I met Sean Corey Carter in fall of 1992, and he identified himself as Rock through my friend Kalisha Allen, who is an eyewitness. Mr. Carter and a friend came to Philadelphia to pick up both me and Kalisha around the area of 24th and Bolton Street in Philadelphia. I went by the name of Caramel or Precious. Kalisha rode in the front of the car with Sean's friend, while Wanda, aka Caramel Precious, rode in the back with Sean. The driver drove what looked like an Eldorado car, which was gold and yellow. Um, we were taken back to Sean's aunt's apartment in the Brooklyn projects of New York. Well, I'm gonna tie some things in with this, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you why. Oh. The building had an elevator with gates and mirrors inside. I'm unsure of the floor, but the apartments had two bedrooms, and the bedrooms were off of your left once you enter the apartment. After talking, drinking, and dancing, my girlfriend went off to the room with Sean's friend, and I went with Sean. Sean was wearing a black Woolrich hood jacket with a hat, and his hair was a small afro. But once they left his aunt's place, he put on a black leather jacket. Sean and I did have protective sex, but the protection broke. Sean and his friend returned 2 weeks later to see us girls again, but they only found me, Wanda, since Kalisha was having problems at home. Sean asked me to leave with him, but I told him I could not because I can't see this one. She cannot because whatever. Oh, her mom would be upset. I never saw him again until year later on television, but still had no idea that his name, what his real name was until later, and did not know how to reach him. So this is the affidavit that the young man's mother, wrote, and this is before she passed. So this is interesting. I'm watching this particular case with a definite my eyes on the prize. I need to know. I need to know what it is. What the hell? What the fuck is going on over there, Mr. Carter? And y'all, I can say all of the things that I want to say right now. So, yes, pardon me for cussing, I guess. But I think they're gonna come get you, sir, and make you take this DNA test. Cause the young boy is not playing. He dead serious right about now. He is dead serious about you taking this DNA test and proving that you are his father. That's what he's up to right now. But let's keep it moving. So, some other things to discuss. Um, and I want to get into it. Oh, so yeah. I want to talk about this dumbass, stupid, retarded idiot. And I'm calling him that because his actions are telling me that's what he is. A freaking idiot. Ja Morant, suspended from Memphis Grizzlies after flashing another firearm, another gun on IG. Let's get into it. So the Memphis Grizzlies just announced that Ja Morant has been suspended for all activities pending league review. An NBA spokesperson says that they are in the process of gathering more information. Ooh, ooh. Let's get into it. Now, Ja Morant has set social media ablaze another apparent gun incident. This time, flashing what appears to be a weapon. Saturday, that he did this Saturday on IG Live. Morant is having fun in the car with a friend, listening to NBA YoungBoy's album as the car pans toward him, or the camera pans toward him, and you see him see what appears to be the Grizzly star holding a gun, just for a second, and then the camera turns away. Fans recorded the moment, and it's making its rounds around social media. What don't what we don't know is whether the gun's real or whether or not it's his. So, uh, uh, uh. Now there was a previous incident in March where Morant had a gun. He was at a dinner nightclub and on IG Live, and he said later that the gun wasn't his. I'm inclined to believe that all of the guns are yours, sir. I'm inclined to believe that every firearm that you flashed on IG, social fucking media, I believe that they were yours. All of them. But let's keep continuing. This had its consequences. Morant was suspended for 8 games without pay for the incident. However, police investigated and ended up not charging Morant with a crime. The NBA also did its own investigation and could not conclude that the gun at the issue belonged to Morant. It was also unclear if he brought the gun into the club. The 23-year-old enrolled in the Florida counseling program before returning to the court. Obviously, that program did not fucking work. Um, so we're gonna see what happens with this idiot. But what I'm gonna just say about his dumb ass, and I'm giving him the business tonight because he deserves the business because he's a dumbass. Everybody, even man, everybody talk fat. Joe done dug in his shit about it. Like he done had voiced his opinion about how he felt about the situation. Um, Kwame Brown done stepped in and gave his 2 cents about the situation. Everybody coming in and basically letting them know how they feel about the situation. And so I'm gonna go ahead and say my 2 cents. You're a fucking idiot. Point blank. Period. Do you know how many motherfuckers get killed and love to be in your space, in your position? You're getting paid millions to play basketball. Everybody don't make it. But you've made it. You've made it to the next level, to the next plateau. To where though you, sir, definitely know what millions, well, had the opportunity, if you don't fuck it up, to know what millions look like. Where many others do not have that opportunity, but for some strange reason, you and these guns, you can't leave these guns alone. You can't leave them alone, and it's like fucking incredible to me. Like, why is that so fucking hard for you to do? I just don't get it. Chill off the guns. chill off the guns. You don't have to do all of that. You can hire people to do your dirty work for you. Oh my gosh, not right now. You can hire people to do your dirty work for you. I'm gonna have to get into that later. Um, but yet you insist on, I don't know, trying to play gangster. I don't understand it. Maybe you just like guns. Maybe, perhaps, but I just don't get it. I don't, I don't get it. But in my opinion, you're a fucking idiot, and that's just what I gotta say about that, bro. Like, and that's real. You're a fucking idiot. Who does that stupid shit? But anyway, I gotta keep it moving because you just annoy me, sir. You annoy me on a different level of annoyance. You just annoy me. You are the one of the you, you're a very talented young man. You're a very talented young man with a great opportunity in front of you, and you just can't help but fuck it up. So yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Um, so that's some news about Jamie Foxx reportedly making a speedy recovery at a Chicago physical rehabilitation center with his family at his side. Um, so this is what's being said on through the grapevine. But Jamie Foxx is said to have traveled to Chicago, where he's currently undergoing physical rehabilitation. Um, and this information came from TMZ TV. The Django Unchained actor made the trip from Atlanta to Chicago back in late April, which may strongly indicate that Jamie's health has not been deteriorating as previously claimed by other news outlets. But while the actor is said to be in a much better condition, um, he's not exactly in the clear as of just yet. He continues his road to recovery with the help of nurses and doctors who are on standby at all times. Um, and then it also had been announced that he and his daughter will be doing a show together. So maybe, maybe he is in a better situation to where, though, you know, he ready to get up and get it together. And he said he's going to work hard until he can't work no more to, make it happen. But yeah, apparently he is doing a little better. Um, so yeah, things are happening, and that's a plus. That's a bonus. Thank goodness, thank Lord, because that right there in itself is scary. And I know it was scary to his family. And as reported, you could see like all his family members and friends coming through showing love and support and are really there to like hold him down, and that's greatly appreciated. I know he appreciates that. I'm just a fan, and I greatly appreciate how they hold him down. So that's a beautiful thing. So now that we are on it, we also have a story that we have to report. Now all day I've seen clips of a situation that was going on, and it was with the young man, the young rapper named Shy Glizzy. So yeah, we get right get into his mouth because apparently he was he allegedly pulled a gun out on his girlfriend, and is arrested on felony charge. So let's get into it. Glizzy. So the update is Glizzy's girlfriend has filed docs asking for a restraining order against the rapper, which I would think that you would if somebody's pointing a fucking gun at you. And you don't want to be there. You don't want to stay there for the fuck shit. You want to get the fuck out of there. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I told y'all get the raw unadulterated me on Patreon or on, if you are a member or because Red Circle, I have subscription situations over at Red Circle, and I have another situation that has arisen called U24 as well. So but this is where you get the raw, uncut me. You won't get that on YouTube or Facebook or wherever. But anyway, let's get back to Shy Glizzy, and I'll get into that in a minute. So Shy Glizzy got arrested over the weekend after cops say he pulled a gun on his girlfriend and threatened to harm her. Sheesh. Law enforcement sources say that the rapper was arrested Saturday following a verbal altercation with his on again, off again girlfriend, which police say escalated to the point of where Shy grabbed his firearm and made a threat. Mm. We're told that the alleged incident played out on a public street around 9 a.m. Saturday morning, and Shy took off after the argument. Sources say that the West Hollywood Sheriff's deputies got involved and a criminal report was made. Shy was eventually tracked down by 6 p.m. and arrested. Now, that's all that footage that you keep seeing of him, them telling them to get on, put their hands behind his back and all of that. That's that footage. Glizzy was booked on a felony charge of making criminal threats. Records show he was released after about 4 hours behind bars on a $50,000 bond. Now, sources say police did not find a gun on Shaw when he was arrested, and he denied ever threatening his ex-girlfriend, who they say he's been dating off and on for 4 months. Um, everything remains under investigation. But let me tell y'all little dumbass niggas something. Y'all be getting with these little broads, and y'all forget that you have a lot going on. Um, Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's the last one for the night. Y'all forget that y'all have a lot going on in y'all lives, and you're very impressionable. So there are things that you just can't do. You can't do like you might have done back in the day. Like if you pulled a gun out on your girlfriend back in the day, that shit don't ride right now because you are um a celebrity in essence. And no, he's not a big celebrity, but he's a celebrity. Um, no matter what level. And publicity is publicity. Yeah. It could be good for you. I mean, bad for you and good for her. But it's publicity. So, stop being idiots, y'all. And shouldn't no fucking girl make you that mad that you want to pull a gun out on her? I just don't get, like, before you walk away and go sit your simple ass down. Alright, let's get into it. This one is funny, and this is the last one for the night, and then I got some things to say. So Hollywood writers are still on strike. A banner donned the California skies, um, the Hollywood to be specific, skies, and it said, "Pay the writers, you assholes." And this is going towards Amazon, CBS, Fox, Netflix, Paramount, Sony, Universal, and Warner Brothers. Pay the fucking writers. Hollywood has always been on one when it comes to not trying to pay people what they deserve. It's dog eat dog. It's dog eat fucking dog, and the sooner you get it, the better you'll be. I'm just saying. Sooner you get it, the better you be. Anyway, I gotta get to showing some love because this is what I do on this podcast. I show love to those who show love to me. Um, and I try to show love all across the board. I just gotta reorganize my stuff and do things differently around here. But I gotta show some love. The United States, my top pick, the United States France, Germany, India, um, the UK, and Belgium, specifically Brussels. Always show me love. They are my top six. I got mad love for them, and I will never ever forget how loyal you are to me. I won't. I can't. But I love you all equally. So I don't want nobody to get it messed up. I love you all equally. I do. I absolutely do. But they show me the most love, so I gotta shout them out. But let me get to the rest of my love because I love all of you. Brazil, mad love to you. Netherlands, mad love to you. Singapore, I love you. Oh my gosh, South Africa, I love you. Spain, I love you. Philippines, I love you. Um, Australia, I love you. Japan, I love you. Mexico, I love you. Ireland, Nepal, I love you. Barbados, Israel, Canada, Hong Kong, I love you. I'm not finished. I know this list is a little mighty long, but you know, some things that you gotta say and you gotta show love, and so it be like that sometimes, and you just gotta get over it. You just gotta get over it and let me show my love. That's all I'm saying. Um, so I'm sorry, y'all, but I gotta show my love. I love my people. I got more to this list, but here's the thing. I no longer have to look. I organized my list now, so I know how longer I have to look at the screen and tell you I got my stuff together. So also Russia, I love you. China, I love you. Poland, I love you. Tunisia, I love you. Venezuela, baby, I love you. 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 I think I said China. Yeah, I did say China. I love you. I did. Let's see who else we got on the list. Um, so let's see. Indonesia, I love you. New Zealand, I love you. Switzerland, I love you. Turkey, I love you. Austria, I love you. Kenya, I love you. Pakistan, I love you. Romania, I love you. South Africa, oh, well, I already said South Africa, but I love you. I do. I love you much, baby. I'm not done. And last but not least, Nigeria. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for tuning into this podcast and, you know, all of those good things that y'all do and showing love. And, you know, hopefully we'll all be able to adapt to the change. Um, and trust me, I'll be throwing up little clips here and there so y'all can know what's going on. But I did switch things up a little bit around here because I have to make this thing greater than what it already is. It's that simple, and in order for me to do so, some things must change. So yes, I changed, you know, my operational system, but it's love. It's all love, and if you support me and really, really roll with me the way I think that y'all do, you'll support. You'll show love. So you'll see the changes, how things come up, and all of that good stuff. But it's all in love, baby. It's all in love. Um. So yeah. I will not be doing the closing remarks again because I've already done it for Facebook and YouTube and all of that good stuff. But I will say this: um, things that you need to know. Hold on, things that you need to know. All right, it's very important. Very important. First things first. If you'd like to come on our show, hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. You can be a guest, you can make suggestions, whatever. Just hit us up. The phone line is always open, 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828, or you can drop a comment when I'm live, or you can drop a comment somewhere in Patreon and all that good stuff, and I will make sure that I am privy to what you're saying. Know that any music that I do play, I have permission to play, and that is just what it is. Okay? I got visual, and I got audio, and I got written. So know that. If you are looking for me on social media, at Miss Ambitiously ENT, Facebook at Ambitiously, and YouTube Ambitiously the podcast. That we are everywhere, baby. We are everywhere. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Though we need every like, every subscription, and every membership, um, every like. We need it all. We need it all. Check out our website, www.ambitiously.entertainment.com. Again, www.ambitiously.entertainment.com. You want to donate, you know how to do this. Just get a subscription. But if you want to donate, you can $ capital LURLUCIDITY. It's Lordly City. And it is in the description on YouTube and all the other good places. And we are on all streaming platforms, babe. Yes, we are. So, check us out. Check us out. You want to do it here on Patreon, and you can go do it on Red Circle. You can do it on View It. You can do it on Acast. Um, you can go join our Station Head channel and listen over there because I'm definitely going to be in there really, really soon talking shit. So it is what it is. But I appreciate each and every one of you for, in advance. I love you all and good night. Gotta go. I gotta get up out of here. Y'all got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Good night.